As fires rage and storms wreak havoc, we can no longer pretend that the climate crisis is a can we can kick down the road. What can people, voices, and actions of faith bring? Where are the prophetic voices? For millennium, there have been people who have had the courage to stand, to speak out, and hold a mirror up to their social, political, and environmental context. They join the mighty ranks of prophetesses and prophets who have put living and speaking truth above personal popularity, comfort, and safety. In our time, there are prophetesses and prophets who need to be heard, those who are alive and move amongst us, as well as ancient voices from that past, still bringing into the light things we would rather keep in the dark. Jeremiah is one such voice, speaking into his context almost 3,000 years ago, and still speaking truth to us. Because they will not listen, he says. Hear this, O foolish and senseless people, who have eyes but do not see, who have ears but do not hear. Jeremiah was not out to make friends. Those who speak truth about the climate crisis that rages stand alongside Jeremiah. Christian Aid are one such prophetic voice. They say climate change means death. Death to ecosystems, death to plants and animals, death to human beings. It will bring death to many of our expectations, assumptions, and much of our confidence in what a normal life will look like. We're not good with death. So instead we prefer euphemisms like falling asleep or passing away. We're anxious not to surrender our sense of control over this life we have and our yearning for immortality. However, this results in denial and numbness and a fundamental failure to face the gravity of the climate crisis that confronts us. Jeremiah says, "They have treated the wound of my people carelessly, saying, 'Peace, peace,' when there is no peace." Greta Thunberg says, "It's time to act like your house is on fire." Prophetic voices are not the result of conferences. They're not strategic social change experts. They do not, on the whole, rise up following careful consultation and deliberation. Prophetic voices rise up at moments of crisis, with words that are unprepared and unexpected. Prophetic voices are poetic and often speak eloquently without any words. Prophetic voices tell stories of resistance, sing of different visions of reality, act out dramatic symbol, demonstrate the struggle in their very bodies, shout out in the darkness, wake up. Our bodies say we are physically and mentally engaged with this, and we will offer these bodies and our way of life to be broken so that things may change. Our hearts and minds need to be assaulted by the scale of the problem, and we need to learn how to grieve for what will be lost while we open ourselves up, open up those same hearts and minds to a new life. Our bodies must do the work of surrendering what is no longer sustainable. They must be the source of the energy for the testing of new practices of life and the place to learn new ways of finding purpose and pleasure. David Attenborough says, "We cannot be radical enough in our action on climate change, but we are plagued with fear and worry about the risk to all we already have and value. And this is where the prophetic voices of the youngest among us are so illuminating. They have so much less invested in what we consider to be the trappings of a normal life. In fact, they would argue it has got harder for them to acquire those. But they have so much invested in a global future that is truly theirs and which risks being destroyed by the nervousness of those with power. They are hopeful where we are anxious and in denial. So what does it mean to add your prophetic voice? It means not being satisfied with tinkering with what is, but pursuing what can be. It means vision and imagination that are as important as strategy and tactics. It means finding the energy for transformation and standing with it and in it. It means trusting God, feeling the grief and resonating with the desire for newness. It means taking risks, and we choose to do so.